Hello, snacks, and welcome to my web. I'm your Spidere girl, cutie papa pebbles, and today, I don't know. um, we were originally gonna do some Okami, but Jody's not feeling too well at the moment, so I decided I would just kind of do whatever. I had this very random idea last night, specifically only last night, where I was like, what if I made a visual novel? Using like my avatars, where it's like a dating sim with my avatars. What if you dated Pepper? What if you dated Pepper? And that would be and I just had that idea last night. And I've been wanting to make a visual novel for like 10 years or so, but it was only last night that the idea of like, oh, okay, but it's dating these, my like main avatars specifically, that idea came into place. Um, I don't know. So I thought like I could brainstorm on stream, I guess. Because I didn't really have any other ideas other than just like doing more of the game from yesterday, like more Prey, Moon Crash, or more Homestuck or something. But I didn't think I should do those like off schedule. I could probably have done Moon Crash off schedule, but I don't think I should do Homestuck off schedule because then people will be like, "Oh man, I missed it," and that would be no good. Hello, everyone. Nice to eat you. Hello, J Hill. Hello, macaroni salad. Hello, non-bean. Hello, stowaway. Yummy, yummy, so tasty. Seems like it could be fun. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but like, maybe you all want to brainstorm with me. Who knows? Let's I'm gonna open up a Google Doc. I'm gonna open up a Google Doc because I am gonna open up a Google Doc. I'm gonna have to make a new folder. Oh, look how look I look good. I look good right now. That's good. Yay. Yay. Okay. Pepper dating sim. I'm just calling it that because I could come up with like a fake title like a lot of other things do. That's like, oh, so people don't know it's being made, but I am also streaming that it's being made. So, and I don't even know if it's gonna be made. It's just an idea that happened last night, and I was like, I could stream talking about it. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna go into. There we go. Okay, look, I'm really close up to the screen today. Do you like how close I am? Do you like how close I am? Do you like close Pepper? Do you like close Pepper? Do you like close Pepper? Hang on. Let's... There we go. We don't usually have close-ups of my face. Usually I have, like, myself pretty zoomed out. So we'll have it a little bit more close today. Because that could be fun. You can see more of me. You can see more of my details. Okay, so... Window capture. Hang on. I'm organizing windows. Oh. There we go. There we go. There we go. You see my window now. Okay. Pepper dating sim brainstorming. I like to do this sort of thing. I like to write in Google Docs with a black background so my eyes don't pop out of my skull. Oh, title. And then yeah, you were supposed to become white text. There we go. Okay. Why did it go back to not being white? White. There we go. Okay. Let's come up with ideas. So, first of all, we should have setting. The idea, I'm gonna write down just ideas of a setting. And Snacks, you can help me choose. I could just have it be on Earth. Like, normal, as like kind of like a more normal visual novel, I could have it be on Monastery Lost. Dere Lost, which is my fictional planet. Fantasy setting. I could also have it be specifically in Pepton, maybe, which is, Pepton, which is the town that I live in on Monastery Lost. How do you get a black background on Google Docs? It's in File, Page Setup. Yeah, Page Setup, and there's background color. That's how you do it. You can have it it defaults to like pages with white, but I like to have it as pageless with a black background. So that's how I do it. What's up? Sorry, I'm like, no worries. I literally just started. Brainstorming sounds fun. Cool. Very close, Pepper. Yes, very close, Pepper. Uh-huh. You look amazing today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Is it because I'm doing the Survey avatar? Is that why? Nonvi says, oh no, I read that. Yeah, that's how you get the black background. Story says, recently I've been using tables to decorate and organize Google Docs, just one cell of a table so you can choose the background color for different paragraphs. I see. That's kind of neat. Yeah, okay. We have 7 people watching? That's a lot of people. Okay. So those are the setting ideas. We could also have it be, like, for Earth, it could be, like, school/college setting, which is pretty classic. We could have it be, we could have it just be, like, well, no. Let's have it be, let's have a different thing, which is, like, what would it revolve around? What would the story revolve around? Like, plot. Like, it's gonna be romance. It's gonna be romance and probably kinky. But, like, it could be about VTubing. No, not just tubing. VTubing. Excuse me, Google. VTubing. It could be about, like, VTubing/streaming. It could be about, or it's gonna be, it is gonna be kinky. Sex scenes? Question marks? Because maybe. Vor? Question marks? Intense? Question marks? Because I don't know how intense it'll be, but it could be. Hive Swap Friend Sim. Have you played Pester Quest Hive Swap? Just out of curiosity. I have not. I plan to once I finish Homestuck. How do suites work? You can look at the description below to see kind of how stuff works. Basically, as you type in chat, as you watch the stream, and especially when you donate, because that gets you extra, you earn suites. Watching gets you a few. Chatting in the chat consistently gets you more, and then donating gets you a lot. And you can press exclamation point points. You can type that in chat to see how many points you have. You can also type exclamation point redeem, and then like a space, and then what type of redeem you want. And there's a list of those redeems in the description. Thank you for the sweets. I will take a sippy. Interesting little descriptions. I know, right? Sex scenes, vor, intense. I don't know how intense it should be. I don't know if it, like, there's a couple ways we can go with this. We could go with a more, like, Katawa Shoujo, where it's more, like, deep, but also still has sex scenes and stuff to it. Or we can have it just be, like, just a sexy dating sim that's kind of just silly. I'm leaning more towards that just because I feel like I feel like this is gonna be my very first very first visual novel ever, and I want to be a little bit more easy, easy to make. That's a decent amount of sweets, Stowaway. Today's Independence Day. It's 4th of July, the stupid holiday, the bad holiday, the gross holiday. Remember, everybody, I said this in my Discord server too, but remember, America is evil. America is evil. There's a lot of bad stuff. America is evil. 4th of July is evil. It's celebrating evil. Okay. Plot could revolve around this sort of thing. Because a lot of plots when it comes to visual novels, like the way I feel like it happens, and I feel like this is a lot about like slice of life anime as well, is like, what if things I like put together and it's an anime? Like I think about this about like, what was it? Cooking in Dungeon? I don't remember the English title for it. Dungeon Meshi though, where it's just like the author definitely just liked cooking and likes RPGs, so decided to make like, sure, I'll make a cooking RPG. And then if you think of the, oh god, if you think about Nekopara, that one's just like, the people who made that definitely just like cat girls and like baked goods. Do you have any plans for Independence Day? Absolutely not. I could burn the American flag. That could be a plan, but I don't have one. So, I think something to consider is who the main character is. Like, are they just a faceless self-insert, or do they have like a story? That's a good question. Protag. Okay. Self-insert. Or self-insert or actual character. That's a good question. Is the story based on the Spidere universe? Yes. It is going to be inside the Spidere universe, but it is either going to take place on Earth or on Monastery Lost. Or I could do like a both sort of thing. Have multiple tags you can pick from type deal. Yeah, I do think that, like, if it's going to be an actual character, it's going to be a girl character. If we're doing a self-insert, then maybe there's a, like, choose your gender option sort of thing. Or choose your pronouns, or any of that sort of stuff. If we have it be an actual character, we can even choose a character from the list of characters we already have existing. Monster Prom? I haven't read that one. Also, how do they interact with the world? The idea I have for Vienna is for the MC to be like a demon duo who's secretly on Earth to collect people and invite them to their cool kinky hell. Oh my god, that's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. There's like a comic that I saw like a couple pages of that was like it was like there was literally like a horny hell or something like that. I saw it on like Blue Sky. Choose gender pronouns, kind of like Our Life, Beginning and Always. Yeah. Have you used fireworks to burn the American flag? No. Unfortunately. It looks like a lot of you are here, but my stream is saying I have 0 people watching. And then as you invite more peeps, you also get to play them and see their story. Yeah, I think, like I said, this one's going to be pretty simple. I don't think I want this one to be, like, huge. I don't think I want it to take long to play. I want it to be pretty simple, like, first video game I ever make sort of thing. That is a good idea, though, Andre. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Nambin, yeah. Sneax, what do you think? Self-insert or actual character? Let's, I'm gonna do a lot of polls during this, I think. Start a poll. Self-insert or actual character? Insert. Self-insert or... Okay. Starting a poll for this one. Have fun. That's the most important for the first project. Yeah. 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 I also just saw in my Discord server, Seamus said, make a Skya visual novel where I can be Lasser and I will give you money for it. You know what? Maybe. We shall also consider the overarching goal. Like, I think what makes Monster Problem Day everything so good is the fact that you're slowly working towards a known goal. Yeah, that is true. I'm thinking the goals would be just like the dating happening and all that, but there should be like this shouldn't be plot. This one should be like, I'm gonna say this one's background. And then we can have, let's see. Then we can have plot down here. Like, what is the goal being worked to? End goal. Is it dating? Is it sexicals? Is it something to do with streaming? These are all ideas. We can also use another one of characters that doesn't have a lot of lore or something, or one that might fit in nicely with the idea or something along those lines. That's true. Yeah, I'm thinking this one is going to be kind of like... I think this is going to be like my test visual novel, because I still, for like a long time, have wanted to make a visual novel where it has a bunch of my characters in it, and you can like... You know, like, cue me a burpee. And you can choose who you date and all that. Like you could choose any of my characters and all that. Could be a previous tabletop to serve as a base. What? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, I think this one, like the 3 characters, so let's add that. Characters, is Surmay, Lux, and Vera. Mask character? No. Oh, draw a card? Okay. Mask character? Maybe there's also sexy character? Or I should just say horny character. So, like, I say this because there's, like... So, my different selves, because talking about plurality, my different selves, my different alters are these 3. Which are the 3 avatars I go through. Surmay, Lux, and Vera. But I also have, like, 2 secret ones that I don't know much about, that I can't really access, if that makes sense. They're just kind of back there. One of them is, like, a character wearing a mask, and the other one is, like, horny. So... And they're both very mysterious to me, but maybe maybe I could explore their identities through this. Who knows? Did the Smash or Pass idea have anything to do with this? I don't think so. But that's kind of funny. Hi, Kaz. We're redeeming a card. Okay. No, if you want to know where this actually came from, it's from my Homestuck stream the other day. I mentioned this in the Discord server, that I was getting a lot of gender euphoria from from reading Terezi, which is Gallows Calibrator, I think was the username. And I was just kind of like surprised, like, I'm getting a lot of gender euphoria from voicing this character and doing the laughing and the teasing. That's interesting. I like this. This is good gender euphoria. I want to explore this and maybe learn about myself and all that. And that's kind of also helped reveal also the fact that I'm kind of in my mating season. I'm in my Spidere mating season. So like the horny self is kind of showing a little bit more, which also kind of has added to me wanting to do this. Yeah. In any case, card. Thank you for this week. No, so tasty. Stowaway, your card is card number 5, which is Abysca Chloros. You got Abysca Chloros, a Viscian hunter. Art by me. Abysca is a kind of Viscian, hiding away from those who hate her kind by making her home in an old cave. She spends her days hunting for food, playing around in her home, and decorating her residence with art and homemade furniture. Time for stealth mode, she giggled before clawing open her prey. Holy shit. That character, as some of you may have noticed, it was one of my... Originally started off as a Homestuck fan troll. Are you gonna do a VA for the character? Hell yeah! Hell yeah, I can. She has the same B-Day as my Cyberpunk character, I think. Oh, Abiska does? That's pretty cool. I usually make the birthdays like when I finish drawing the art for the character for the first time. Although some of them are way older, so I don't remember the exact day I finished the first art piece of them. You mean one of my campaigns on the channel, Nonix? Oh, I mean, those stories have kind of completed. I mean, I could use one of the settings, but not like one of the stories, I don't think. Like, I've thought about making a visual novel of Monster Play, but that would be different because that would already have the whole plot figured out. It would just be making it... Oh my god!
Now penetrating the Pepper's people pile. Prepare yourself.
Okay, bye-bye, Nonbean. Thanks for being here. Enjoy the people pile. See you laters. Cause I have a party tonight. Me and my friends are lighting fireworks, so I will be chatting less because my girlfriend and I have to get ready. If there's novel, sounds fun. Cool. Make sure to burn an American flag for me. Please and thank you. Yeah, the same beat as... Yeah, okay. Yeah, Nepeta mouth. I see that. So it looks like self-insert is winning, so we're gonna... Whoopsies. We're gonna make the character a self-insert. So I'll end that poll. Now let's make another poll about the setting. Setting. Earth or Spidere Lost? Earth or Spidere Lost? Okay. New poll. Cause and a question mark. Is it about the burning of the American flag? You said you were a communist, right? Because, like, fuck America, that whole thing. Burn our American flag for me. America's evil. That whole bit. That's like the communism thing. So this is the best self-insert MC I've seen is in Friendism for Friend Sim. We aren't doing that? Sad. Sad. Big sad. Pretend you do it for me. Like, do an imagination of our burning of American flag. So this is the best self-insert MC I've seen is in Friend Sim. They give me a lot of gender euphoria. That's cool. I don't think I know that one. Nonbean says, I'm gonna buy a Canada and America flag and some lighters. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I thought you said you were leaving, Nonbean. Or did you just want to do the leave sound effect? So he says friend sim as in hive swap friend sim. Oh. Yeah, I don't know anything about hive swap. Like, literally at all. So, that will be fun to get to when I actually finish reading Homestuck on the channel. Cause you do think America's evil, right? Right? So he says, I will not say anything other than that. I really love it as a VN. Okay, cool. I didn't actually know it was a visual novel. That's really cool. Like I said, I know zero about that. Also, it looks like people are very wildly voting for Spidere Lost. Okay. So, okay. Spidere Lost setting. Okay, so let's get rid of... Oh, why does it keep doing that? I'm trying to highlight it, not scooch things over. Okay, so now we can come up with some ideas. Fantasy school / college, if that's still an idea. We could have it be... I don't know, Snacks, give me some ideas. Like, where could, what could... So, I, on the planet Spidere Lost, live in the town of Pepton, which you've seen in my Minecraft series. And that's where I do a lot of my streaming. Like, it's the room in the background behind the screen here. Like, hang on. There we go. See, this is the house in Pepton. There it is. It's more so, this one, but right now we're in desert mode, so it's a desert mode. But let me know. Do you think it could be in Pepton? It could be going to a fantasy school / college. It could be both. It could be like going to a college and then coming home to Pepton. It could be about maybe the building up of the town of Pepton. Building up the town of Pepton. So he says, I think it could be both. Okay. So he says, if it's in a college, there could be a thematical, not necessarily mechanical, deadline with the end of the year that the player is working towards. That's true. That's true. I could add this. Working towards goal with end of school year timeline. Okay. A Starbucks? I don't think there's any Starbucks on Monastery Lost, I'm sorry. On the fantasy planet of Monastery Lost, thousands of years in the future. I don't think so. I mean, there could be a cafe, if that's what you're getting at more so. I do like the idea. I've always liked when cafes show up in, like, things, because they're always cozy. I remember there being that, like, cafe in Katawa Shoujo that was really cozy. Okay. So we have the setting of Monastery Lost. So we have the ideas of college and Pepton. Snacks, give me some more ideas. And then we can pick from those ideas. Some more ideas could also be, like, you guys give me ideas and I'll write them down as well. And just so we can have as many ideas as possible, and then we'll pick from those. So I will write cafe also. Have you played Road 96? I have not, but I think I've heard of it. But that's an idea. It could be like a road trip sort of thing. Road trip setting. It could be like escaping a bad place in Pepton. There's not really a bad place in Pepton. Pepton is like the escape from the bad place. Pepton, in my world, is the town that I built up in the state of Trebloscus within the country of the Cognatus Empire. That is basically a commune. Like an escape commune. So it could be an escape to Pepton. Escape from bad place to safety of Pepton. That could be interesting. The road trip idea is good too. It could be like a mix of road trip and an escape from a bad place. Nox is in the town of Pepton. A massive disaster is approaching. Someone decided to create a new planet by completely flattening the terrain. It's coming. A new planet. By completely flattening the terrain. It's coming for the town. Your job is to stop it in time. Interesting. So, stopping like a disaster. Stopping a disaster. That could be interesting. I don't think it would be like a world-ending disaster. I don't think I want like my I mean, like, I'm cool with big story things happening in the world of Spidere, like possibly the world ending, but I don't think I'd want it to be. I don't think I'd want that to happen in my sexy dating sim. Basically, the Earth. Oh, so not actually creating a new planet, just like creating like. Okay, I get you. Okay, I see what you're saying. I had some lore ideas for the Earth, which would be like there's some weird blueprints that people have come across that was just like a map of Earth as it was thousands of years ago, meaning today, modern day, and they decided to like terraform a section of land to look like that map, thinking it meant something. But maybe that could be part of it. Something with the Earth. That's something with the Earth. Something with the Earth. So yeah, I think you need to be careful not to go too far with the first game or risk burnout. Yeah, that's my worry. Is I want to make this as easy as possible, so it's not huge. So I'm not burning myself out and never finishing it, and then not doing a second thing and all that. Okay. So these are a bunch of ideas. Let's see here. Some ideas here could be like there is a school outside of Pepton that the characters go to that maybe also Pepper I go to. You know, I like to call the like my I guess system of like myself the Pebbles. So I'm going to refer to myself as the Pebbles when I refer to all three here. So it could be like a college that's outside of Pepton that the Pebbles go to that you as a protagonist also start going to and meet the Pebbles at. And then also sometimes go back to Pepton where the Pebbles show off the like commune sort of space that's there. Any fun Easter eggs? I don't know what you mean. Like Easter eggs in the story? Kaz says both my girlfriend and I are communists, yes, but I do not hate America. Two completely different things, especially because I was saved when I came to America. I guess they're separate. Like there are technically communists for America, but America is kind of the antithesis to communism. It is like capitalism incarnate and has always been pretty evil. And sure, there can be good things in America, but it is not a good place, you know? In the game, not really the story. I don't know, there could be Easter eggs. I'm sure there will be. I usually add Easter eggs and references to, like, my other stuff in things. What if in the dating sim you go to, like, Pepper's house, like my house, and then you see me doing a stream, and it's this stream right here, right now, and that's when the door opens. You can hear it on this stream, and I turn it around, and then there's you on this stream right now. Wow, that'd be redonkulous. Just that's what a lot of my ideas have been on what I think would be easiest to do, like just make it in a school. That makes sense. Like one of the more complicated ones with the setting idea is like, what if a road trip, escaping from a bad place, on the way to Pepton, where also during the road trip, Pepper streams sometimes. Hi, Bob the God Gaming. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Nah, it's a secret ending. You found an ancient text, just one line. Redeem Jackbox. Oh my god. Kaz says America is a lot better than my home country. That's not just an opinion, that's based off real events. I'm not saying, like, your home country is better. I'm just saying America is evil. Like, if you go from a level 10 evil place to a level 9 evil place, it doesn't mean that the level 9 evil place is a good place, you know? Although I will still argue that America is one of the most evil places, as it is the imperial core of the West and is causing the most genocide across the planet. You find the Schmied sculptor. Oh my god. No, you know what it would be? It would be like you you just walk into like the Pebbles house and there is a like, I don't know, a dildo molding machine. And there's like a sticky note on it that just says, or like tape on it that written on it. It just says like the Schmied sculptor, the Schmied sculptor. That'd be funny. So maybe before settling on a setting, we should decide whether it will be open world or linear. That is a good question. I'm thinking mostly linear. I think there could be some choices that change dialogue, but I'm thinking mostly linear because, like, once again, it's my first visual novel. I want it to be easy. So I'm gonna say linear. I think there can be questions that change dialogue and stuff like that, but not anything that majorly changes the point of the story or like the direction of the story or any of that stuff. JL says, yeah, my crowning achievement of things added to the Minecraft world. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. JL says, you find random newspaper clippings alluding to the Schmied sculptor, but nothing ever comes from it. Oh, why would there be newspaper clippings? Was there some sort of large event that occurred? That's concerning. Okay. Let's see. Let's see here. So, out of those ideas, it looks like we're leaning towards school. I think school might be what I'm leaning towards because it's easy. Once again, we're doing an easy peasy lemon squeezy. And who knows, maybe there's other characters from my world there, it's just they're not dating options right away. In this one, probably. The school's probably the best. Okay, we'll go with school. Different storylines and endings. Like that's the thing. I want to start off with not that. Maybe it'll turn into that, but I want to start off with not different storylines and endings. Storylines and endings because I want it to be pretty easy to make. So because like this is my first ever visual novel, my first ever full writing of a thing that's not like a 20-page like fan fiction basically. So I want it to be easy. I want to start off like at level 1. So it's gonna be I'll call this one format. I'm gonna say linear only, small choices that change dialogue. If there are different endings, it's minor. Minorly different. Okay. So, I think we can get rid of road trip on here. We can get rid of escape. We can get rid of Yurth. I think there could be the school college. I think Pepton would exist. And we could also even have it so maybe the town of Pepton is being built up a bit. Cafe. I think there could be a cafe in Pepton. Maybe I could build that at some point. Format. Choose protag species. That could be neat. So like if you choose like another Spidere, maybe like my character can be like, whoa, another Spidere. Or if you choose like I don't know, like a succubus, my character could be like instantly having the hots. I think there would be like minor things once again with that, but it could be a thing. I want it to be cozy. I want it to be cozy. Maybe a single love interest and the game is about dating them. I think the different love interests are going to be Surme, Lux, and Vera. Then maybe these two characters. But, I mean, also the thing with my stuff is like, I mean, I am IRL, I am polyamorous. So, like, I don't think it would have to be like, oh, you choose one person to date. You can just date whichever of them, however, whenever. Like, you can date multiple in one playthrough, or just one, or two, or all of them, you know? You go for a completionist run. Hang on, I'm trying to fix my face. There you go. My face is fixed. The mask character could be our self-insert as a mask, doesn't technically give a gender. That's true. Though also, like, that means you would be playing another one of my alters. And I don't know how everyone would feel about that. It would be less of a self-insert because that is actually a person with that personality. Are you thinking Honey Pop like? Kinda, but without the weird matching bits. Like matching mini-games. So it says, what engine are you thinking of using? RenP games are quite easy to make from my experience with it when I don't know much about coding. It might be that, because I also don't know much about coding. I know a lot about, like, stuff adjacent to coding. Like, file management and replacing... Like, just mostly file management. Like, I know how to replace files, change files, and do a lot of that sort of stuff, but I don't know exactly, coding, per se. But yeah, kind of like Honey Pop. Honey Pop Light. Spidere Pop. You know what I mean? Spice says, I have June Egbert knowledge on how to code on the June Solix Dirk scale. What does that mean? The June Solix Dirk scale. Well, if you take a look at my chart here, we have the June Solix and the Dirk. Solix is like the programmer character. I don't know where June or Dirk lay on the programming abilities. Honey Pep? Oh, that's so much better. Fuck. That's so much better than what I had saying Spidere Pop. Fucking Honey Pep? Where was I? What? How did I miss that? That's so good, Nonex. That's so fucking good. It could be the second game's name after you get experience Spidere Pop. How's your day been so far? It's been pretty good. It's been kind of uneventful. I somewhat slept in today, but not really. I got up on time and then just kind of was laying around on my phone. The next night I fell asleep and then got up again and had breakfast and then went and lay down with my phone and fell asleep again. So it was kind of weird. I want to not do that tomorrow. There's our second name. Fucking Honey Pep. I don't think we're calling this Honey Pep, but we can have it be our temporary. Honey Pep. That'll be like the secret. Remember we mentioned earlier the secret titles, like how movies and games sometimes have like secret titles so you don't know that they're being made. This will be our secret title, even though everyone knows I'm making this. Honey Pep. Honey Pep is so good. Okay, so to progress forwards, we have our setting. Next, I think we should figure out why is our main character here? What is our self-insert doing in Pepton? Is our self-insert, Did you hear that? That was like someone screeched out or something. That was weird. Self-insert, yeah, so... lives in Pepton. Transferred to school in Pepton. Moves to Pepton, or here, let's make this one tabbed. It could be like moved to be closer to commune. Because honestly, I don't even know if there's a school, if I should have a school in Pepton, or if that'll be like outside of Pepton. Slash around Pepton. Move to be closer to commune. A pterodactyl's outside, it sounds like. Yeah, I know, right? What's that big one that's like pterodactyl but way larger? Like that super large flying dinosaur? That one's one of my favorites. I forget the name though. The inner demons have materialized. So you did hear it. Trucked Coon doing his daily work. Oh, there goes another one. Queen Earthling was magically transported into Pepton. That's a good idea. Because that is actually a plot piece of the world of Monastery Lost. Is people get transported, basically a set guide, from Earth to Monastery Lost, but also in reverse. It's not that it's like there's isekais that happen. It's more that the planet of Monastery Lost has like a weird dimensional, like reality based connection to Earth. Like there are mirror versions of people on Earth and on Monastery Lost. So for a lot of the people that exist on Monastery Lost, they have a person that's similar to them, like a copy but different on Earth. So it could be, yeah, Earthling transported to Monastery Lost. Oh, Quetzalcoatlus. Is that it? Quetzalcoatlus? That might be it. Yeah, that's it. Quetzalcoatlus. I have a picture of me standing next to one. They're so big. Next to like a statue of one. They're so fucking big. Yeah, I like those things. I like to imagine that they also exist within the world of Monastery Lost. There's like equivalents of those. You got your answer from Google? Hell yeah. Yeah, I like the idea of an Earthling transported to Monastery Lost. I think that's pretty good. And then decides to start going to school there. You know what could be really funny, since we were just talking about, like, copies? We're not going to do this because it would be too complicated, but, like, it could be, like, my Earth self coming and meeting my, my Monastery Lost selves. So, I mean, my, like, IRL self meeting my avatars. But I'm not going to do that. Can I join your Discord server? Of course. It's in the description below. I'm taking more of a sip. My mouth's kind of dry. Okay. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I like the idea of Earthling transported to Monastery Lost. I think that's pretty good. Earthling starts going to school. Okay. I have ideas. I'm gonna change this one from plot to just end goal. And then we can have plot some, like, right down here. I'm gonna change this to datables. Datable characters. Plot. Like, an idea I have for the plot is, like, normal Earthling goes to school, but once walking into school, it's very abnormal and unearth-like. And not Earth-like. Okay. So these are plot ideas. Normal Earthling goes to school, but once walking into school, it's very abnormal and not Earth-like. Walks back out of school and is on Monastery Lost somehow. So maybe end goal could be getting back to Earth, or even do they even want to go back in the first place? Do they even want to go back in the first place? And if that's a thing, maybe even more so, it's like discovering, like, the end goal could be discovering they don't want to go back. It could be another thing where it's like they also do go back and then, like, find out that the pebbles can also go back. Can, like, go to Earth whenever. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna get rid of... Ignore these. Ignore. Add a personal dictionary. Add a personal dictionary. Oh, the invite link isn't working? Let me make a new one. Thank you for letting me know. I'm making a new link. Okay. Are you sure it's not working? Because I just tried to copy paste a new link in it. Yeah, it let me try again. Reese's. Oh. Let's try this again. Yeah, it's just making the same link. Wait, I have an idea. Huh? I am confused. Having trouble making a is it Pebbles or Pepbles? It's just Pebbles. Although Pepbles is funny. Although that also sounds like Pep's balls, which isn't accurate. Weird. Okay, I'm gonna try again. Let me try making another invite link. It's weird that it wasn't working. It's like I've seen people have joined recently, but I don't know what's going on. Okay, try reloading the page. There should be a new link, and you can try to use that one. Okay. Do you think characters should have different love-hate stats, or will the relationship be event-driven, where we make one or two decisions in different events to get to the next event? Like I said, it's another thing I want to be more simple. So, like, probably, like, I think later on I'd like to have love-hate things, especially when I have, like, maybe a sequel to this that has all my characters in it. But for this one, it'll be just event-driven. So we can add that to format. Event-driven. Getting home could be a plot point where they, for whatever reason, they think that going to school can help them do that. That's true. Does going to school help them get home? Is it connected somehow? Back to the pebbles. Back to the pebbles. It Pepper Jack, watch out. Excuse me, J-Hill? What does that mean? And the player can decide to go home or stay with their new dateable monsters. Hell yeah. Hi, Death. Welcome to the stream. Are you saying, oh my goodness, because of what the stream is? It's a good idea, right? So I said the Discord link worked for me. I'm already in it, but it correctly opened Discord into the server. I don't know why. It should be working fine now. I don't know what was going on before. The Blue Sky link isn't working though, but I don't use Blue Sky, so I don't know if that's normal without an account. I'll go change that as well, I guess. Okay. I changed the Blue Sky one too. The new link is not working for me? It should. Have you been previously banned? Maybe? Have you been to my server before? J-Ho says, oh, the old school show Summer Jack is the reference. Oh. This is hi, Pretty Pepper. My attention was elsewhere. Where was it? Where was it? Was it because of the idea, or was it because of... I never done your server. I don't know why it's not working. Are you over 18? Maybe the school is built around a rift or something in order to secretly gather intelligent monsters who might be able to research it. That could be interesting. Well, you could do more Resident Evil style stuff. There's a base. There's a secret lab underneath. Just made my Discord account today. That could be why. I don't know if it lets people join immediately. Oh, I don't know. I don't know why it's not working. You're over 18? Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. It should. Sneax, would anyone else who's here who isn't in the Discord server mind trying to join? Or people who are, would someone mind leaving the Discord server and then trying to join again? Because it should work. I don't know why it wouldn't. I like the Resident Evil style. Secret conspiracy, yeah. So it looks like we kind of like this idea of getting back to Earth. So we'll get rid of these. We can add background. Yeah, VTubing, streaming, kinky, that stuff will still be there. And then, of course, dating, romance, all that stuff. So yeah, Resident Evil style lab underneath college. College. That opened rift to Earth. Yeah, kind of the idea there could be like, and it's kind of an idea I've had for a while with the planet and the world in general, is that there's like the whole like connection between the two places. What if it's like the planet Earth is like Monster Lost equivalent of the backrooms? People just end up there sometimes. And also there's a lot of weird urban legends around it. Kaz says there's a setting that makes it so that you aren't able to join the fresh accounts. Maybe look at security settings. This is girlfriend typing. Hi, hello. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Hello. How you doing? I'll take a look. Oh, if I can. I had help setting up my Discord server, so I'm not sure if I know exactly everything I'll look at there. Oh. I might even check it out later. Oh. I don't think we have that setting on by the looks of things. I don't find that setting exactly, but I find like the rules needed to be able to join, and I don't see that. Eh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna worry about this later. I don't want to worry about this on now while I'm streaming. I appreciate the help, causes GF. Thank you. So I closed Discord and clicked the link, and it's showing the usual accept invite button. So it seems like it's something happening after you try to join, not to do with the link itself. So Stoway, are you able to rejoin though? Like after the like accept invite thing, are you able to rejoin the server? In that case, let's get back to this also. Oh, family, school, college, building up the town, Pepton, cafe. Streaming, sex scenes, kinky, for intense, romance, dating. Okay, I have ideas. We seem to have some ideas here. I know because I was scared too. I'll try leaving a rejoin vote, and then since you don't have to if you're scared, it's okay. Like it's fine if you really don't want to. That's okay. Oh, okay. So we're gonna be in Most I Lost. In Pepton. Yeah. It's gonna be like at a college outside of Pepton. Fantasy school, college. Yeah. Maybe they are spying on the town. Cafe, hangout place, Pep's house. Those will be like the settings, I think. You can rejoin just fine? Okay, there's something going on with you then, Macaroni. I'm sorry. What characters are all there? It's gonna be me, and me. Literally. It's gonna be Surmay, Lux, and Vera. It's gonna be my different selves. And then maybe mask character, maybe horny character. My secret alters. They'll be the secret dating objectives. Nikoji says, make me a secret New Game Plus character for real. You also want to be dated? Death is smash. Next question. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you, Death. I always appreciate you. I'm gonna go, okay. Thanks for being here. Yeah, thank you, Death. Thank you. I much appreciate it. See, yesterday I was telling everyone they should be admiring my boobs more. Oh, we're about to get an alarm. Ready? Here we go. Here we go.
Now penetrating Peppa's people pile. Prepare yourself.
There it is. There it is. See you later, macaroni salad official Moss. Thank you for being here. There's always a good time to smash. Hell yeah. That says hell yeah. Hell yeah. I messed up my headphones. Yeah, okay. We got good ideas going here. Oh. Ah. Oh. Ah, ba, ba. Oh, ba, ba, ba. Sorry, I was looking at I was doing echolocation in my bedroom. How many tweets do you have? There are a lot of redeems you might like. Oh no. Oh no. You just call me Moss? Okay. So yeah, at college outside of Pepton, cafe hangout place. Plot. Lab is used to spy on Pep's juices used for rift opening. Yeah, I mean that by my like toxic stuff for my tail, but this could also mean something funky. Also, Snacks, I never showed you something. Actually, I want to show you something real cool, real quick that I haven't shown you. That I just keep forgetting to show you. I got a new thing. Hang on, watch this. Where is it? Hang on. Hang on. Rift opening with juices? Yeah, like from my tail. I mean, we could also do... Come. Hey, Goth Anime Spider Girl. Hello! Hang on, sorry, I'm doing a thing. Hang on, I'm doing a thing. Want to see something really cool? Hey, there we go. Look, it's a version of me with all the bits. It's a version of me with all the bits. Isn't that neat? It's a version of me with all the bits. I got all my bits. I got all my bits back. I got my bits back. I got my bits back. I have my bits back. Yo, the awakened form. Hell yeah. It's Spidere Old Pepper. Yeah, it's just it's my 3D avatar, but with the bits. Bits and boobs. Bits and boobs. It's BB. I do have a more booby version of this one, but it doesn't have the bits. It just has the boobs. See, this one's just boobs, no bits. This is the only one with the bits and boobs. There it is. There's light. The sunlight is directly in my eyeball. True form, full potential, actually beautiful too. Thank you, thank you. B&B, bits and boobs. B&B, B&B, B&B. It's an awesome design. Thank you, thank you. The bits are back. Yeah, it's been a while. That's a freaking cool. Thank you, 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 thank you. Anyways, pervy comments aside, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Nice boobies, thank you. Also, why pervy comments aside? Why would you end them? That says hell yeah. Nicole says boobs on my screen. Oh wooga. Steam whistle sounds. Big nice boobies. Thank you, thank you. I thought you said big bice newbies for a second. I read it weird. B&B, 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 bits and boobs, bits and boobs. Slavik says, by the way, the boob comments are meant to be confidence boosters. I'm not a creep. Very sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable. No, I love it. I appreciate it. I have a severe lack of people complimenting my bits and boobs in life, so please feel free and go ahead. I will never really take it weirdly unless you're being very obviously weird about it and being like, hey, you should date me, you slut. In which case I'll be like, that was kind of weird. B&B's longer bed and breakfast for real. I actually forgot that it also meant that. I was like, yeah, no, of course it means bits and boobs. I've never heard of bed and breakfast. But thank you for asking, Slavik. I appreciate it. I appreciate you looking out for me. I say I find your model kind of hot. Good. Thank you. That's the point. For so long, I've tried to make my avatar hot, and then no one says anything about it being hot unless I ask about it, and so I've been, like, disappointed, actually, genuinely. Like, for years, I've been making my avatar sexy, and then I will hope for people to be like, hey, you're a really sexy avatar, and then I'll be like, oh, thank you, but then nobody says it. Unless I ask, like, hey, you all should tell me my avatar is sexy, and then people do it. Only then do people finally do the thing. We noticed, Pepper. Thank you. Thank you. It's like cute too, adorable, cute, also cozy. Good. That's what I like. That's what I like. Okay. Okay. The sun is in my fucking eyes. I gotta, like, scooch weird. I gotta scooch over here. You can't see what I did differently, but I scooched a bunch. Okay. Okay. Hire me on as your hype man for real. I will work for free. Okay. Official hype man Nikoshi. If I could, I wish I could set a nickname for. Excuse me. I wish I could set like a channel specific nickname for you on YouTube, because then I'd say hype man Nikoshi. Okay, so setting is Monastery Lost at a college outside of Pepton. Cafe. There's a cafe hangout place and also Pep's house. I'm gonna do settings. College outside of Pepton, cafe hangout place, Pep's house, secret lab. Okay, background, VTubing, streaming, kinky, dating, romance. Mystery. Yeah. Slice of life school. Protagonist, self-insert, lives in Pepton, transferred to school in around Pepton, moved to be closer to commune. So yeah, protagonist is a self-insert who lives in Pepton, transferred to school in around Pepton, after being transported to Monastery Lost. So I'm gonna write that. Self-insert who now lives in Pepton and goes to the college after being transported there from Earth. Okay. You know, another part of it is could be that like the Pebbles gave the protagonist a home. That could be a part of a thing. We need a name for the college. We do. Snacks. What? Make up some names. The Schmeat Sculptor. At this college, we sculpt your meat. It's not gonna be that. Peppertown College? Nah, because this is an evil college. This college doesn't actually like Pepper. It's being used as a front to spy on Pepper. College of Peppertown. The town is called Pepton, not Peppertown. Aratex College? What does that mean? I also read that as arthritis. Arthritis College. Webinar. What have you done to me? What have you just said? Sculpt a lot of you. You're all silly. You're all really silly. No, I don't want the name Pepper to be in the name of the college. Anti-Memorial Collegiate of Pepton. No, I don't want Pepton or Pepper to be in the name. Because it's outside of the town of Pepton anyways, and the town of Pepton's very small. Looking for a cool futuristic name? Okay, you just made it up. Okay, I wasn't sure if I had a reference to something. Webnet College. That could be neat. Webnet. That does sound slightly menacing. Kind of in a sci-fi way. If we're gonna go for, like, fucking, like, Resident Evil stuff, Raccoon College. Raccoon University. What's, like, a Resident Evil style name for a university? Bad School University area. Yeah, that's it. What if I just search up Resident Evil City name generator? Fantasy name generator, city names. Oh. No. Like, remember fucking DC? They also have, like, the city Gotham, and then they have the city fucking Bloodhaven. Something like that. Fantasy town names. Crowburn. That's kind of neat. Cloud Summit. Swamp Mall. Crow Wharf. Dead Post. Dead Post is pretty good. Dusk Break. Mute Scar. Flamehand. These are all pretty good. Monster Slime College. Why slime? Webhaven is pretty good. I like Webhaven. Okay, let's do college names. Webhaven University, probably. University. Weblantis. That's funny. Definitely not an evil versus university. That's pretty good. But just call it, yeah, just straight up call it Biohazard University. Yeah, that'll work. Thanks, Nakoshi. I'm gonna look at the ones we just generated. Crowburn. I like that one. Yeah, I'll just get Crowburn. Cloud Summit. Dead Post. Duskbreak. I don't really care for Duskbreak. I think these ones are good. Okay, we got Webhaven, Crowburn, Cloud Summit, and Dead Post. White Web College. Yeah. I mean, I know I'm pretty white. Galantis. Netland. Weblantis. Websurf. A lot of internet stuff. What's next at this rate? Rule 34? Yes. Why haven't people drawn more porn of me? What the fuck? You're not white, you're pink? Everyone says that. Do you all think I'm pink, actually? I'm not. I'm white. I'm not pink. Pinkton College. I think one of these names is good. Webhaven is pretty good. You have a tint of pink. I'm a little bit more pink tinted, I guess. Webford.
Fucking Webford. I'm gonna go to school at Webford.
I think let's make another poll. I think I'm gonna go with one of these. College name. Webford is kind of fun though.
Webford. Well, I'm gonna go to Webford.
Webhaven. Loud. Summit. Dead Post. Crowburn. Red Webs? That's pretty good too. Red Webs. I'll add that one. Red Webs. Webford. And Webford is kind of funny. Okay. Here we go. I'm making the poll. So, college name, Webhaven, Red Webs, Dead Post, or Webford? Webton. Hexweb is pretty good too, actually. I like Hexweb as well. Spider-Man's Web College of North America. Yeah, that's it. Nikoshi, you're just so good at this. I do like the name Hexweb. You know what? I'm ending the poll. I'm going to start it again. Sorry, Snacks. College name. Let's do it again. Webhaven. Red Web. Hexweb. Webford. I think Dead Post can be like the city or town name that's next door to Pepton. Wabasaki? That one's fine. Webasaki? Yeah, I started the poll over. We have Webhaven, Red Web, Hexweb, and Webford. Webhaven's doing pretty good. I love contributing to Pepper lore. Hell yeah, I'm so glad. I love making Pepper lore. Thank you for helping. I should do more streams like this where I'm just making lore. I'm gonna have to make art of the school somehow. So far it looks like Webhaven is winning. We have 6 votes. What's the country's name? It's the Cognatus Empire. In the state of Trablascus. So, like, this college is going to be... I named Dead Post. So this college is going to be in a town called Dead Post, within a state called Trablascus, within a country called Cognatus Empire, on a planet called Moster Lost. Being able to come up with names is a good creative skill to have, and one I wish I was better at. I love coming up with names. I think it's so fun. I think it's so fun. I'm stretching again. I'm stretching. So far, it looks like Webhaven is winning pretty solidly, so I guess we can go with that. Okay. Okay, so college name is Webhaven University. Webhaven University. Outside of Pepton. Okay, what about the name of the cafe? What would the name of the cafe be? I think it'll be a common hangout spot. It'll be right on the border of Pepton and Dead Post. Dead Post. Town neighboring often has Webhaven U in it? Okay. It also, is the country this taking place continental or an island? I can bring up the map. If you want the map, I can bring up the map. If I can find it. This is the map of the planet. Cognatus Empire is this yellow one, which is where our story will be taking place. I should make some more, like, big lakes. Kind of like the Great Lakes. I should make some of those within this place on this map. But yeah, we're looking at the yellow one here. That is the Cognatus Empire. Cobweb, cake, and cafe. That's pretty good. Huge, I hope you enjoy as much as I hope you do. Huh? You should make it an internet cafe name around web puns. They don't really have internet, though, on this planet. Tangled Taste. That's pretty good. That sounds like it would be, like an alchemist lab. Tangled Taste, also Cobweb, Cake, and Cafe are both really good. Oh, you all are so good at making names. Arachnafe. Is it larger or smaller than Earth or bigger? It's about the same, I think. Let's make another poll. Cafe for, like, so let's do cafe names. And we have Cobweb, Cake, and Cafe. We have Tangled Taste. Tangled Taste. Cafe. I love you guys. You guys are so good at this. Arachnafe. Dang, no internet. Can't watch Pepper streams without that, though. Yeah. 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 It's kind of, think of it like in Star Wars. Like, have you ever noticed that Star Wars has a lot of future tech and, like, computers and stuff, but they don't have the internet? It's kind of like that. Twisted Tower.
Make sure you bring more maca next time.
Okay, Cena Birb. Yeah, we're at the fucking Tilted Towers Cafe. Bits and Bytes. Oh my god. Bits and Bytes Cafe. Those are going to be the ideas. Okay, let's make a poll. Cafe name. Oh, Cobweb, Cake, and Cafe. Tangled Taste. Tangled Taste. Cafe. And then Arachnafe. And then Bits and Bytes. Bits and Bytes. Okay. Silken Connections Cafe. That's fun. Stars wouldn't have happened if they had internet. That could be true. Is Pepper not a streamer in that universe? I am. This is the same universe. This universe is the same universe as this universe. Okay, the lore is confusing. But I'll try to get into it. Okay, do I have Photoshop still open? I do. Okay, cool. Okay, so people often imagine time as a straight line. That's a gross brush. People often imagine time as a straight line, right? Like, and there's a time point there, time point here, time point here. But what if time was like a circle, right? But like not just a circle, it's like a 3D circle. So like, let's see. What if it was like, let's make it a square. Excuse my drawing currently. I'll make it a square. So something can happen. Actually, you know what? I don't like that either. Okay, I'm gonna do a different theory. So we've talked about like wormholes and stuff. So, you know how wormholes work is like Earth is here, right? And then let's say Monastery Lost is here, and you want to get from Earth to Monastery Lost without having to travel like millions and millions of light years. So what you do is you just hang on a second. Hang on a second. Okay, so this whole thing is space, right? Whoa. This is space. This one down here is Monastery Lost. This one is Earth. And traveling from here to... Oh boy. Traveling from here to here will take millions of light years, right? If you're traveling at like light speed. It wouldn't take light years. It is light years. So instead, what if you just took space and folded it in half? Like this, right? And so now you can see both places are in the same place, roughly. You just folded them on top of each other. That's how a wormhole works. So now you travel through this space to the next space because they've been folded right up against each other. Get what I mean? Like if I were to say, if I were to poke a hole here and here, then fold it, you could travel from there to here. So it's kind of like that, but with time. So I am currently Pepper on Earth streaming to you. But I'm also, at the same exact time, I am Lux on Monastery Lost streaming to you on Earth. Like, I am simultaneously in the year 2025, and I'm also in the year 413 on Monastery Lost. 413 CEA on Monastery Lost. I am in both places at the same time. Mirrored. Yes. Human, hello. So like a comparison chart. Hello, human. We are we're making lore. People seem to like bits and bytes. That's pretty good. Bits and bytes. That can be the cafe. I fucking love world building. Let's go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. B&B. 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 So, yeah, let's do that then. So let's have it be Bits and Bytes Cafe on the town line between Pepton and Dead Post. Okay. Alright. Time and space are basically the same kind of thing on those scales, or at least they are super intertwined to the point of being a package deal. Yeah, a lot of people don't look at it that way, because people see space and go like, yeah, it's this big thing. It's this big three-dimensional, huge, enormous thing. But time is just a line. But like, no, what if you imagine it as 3D? That's how it works here. Bits and Bytes sounds very appetizing because it reminds me of Timbits. What's a Timbit? You've made my first mark on the pepper lore. Hell yeah! Delish, do we serve spider donuts? Yes. Have you seen those from like Dunkin' Donuts? Dunkin' Donuts spider donut. Yeah, they have what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What the fuck am I looking at? Why is this the first image that comes up? What? This is what happens when I search up the donut. This is the donut, by the way. It looks like this. I don't know what the text is for. There's more, apparently. Why is this the thing? I don't know what to say about this. What are these? What, huh? What do you mean the water spout? What are you trying to say? Okay. Oh, yeah, like those. Yeah, sure. We have these donuts, except, you know what? In our world, these donuts actually talk like that. These spider donuts actually speak. And they speak like that. And then you eat them. Has talking spider donuts. Very flirtatious. Alright. Please eat me. Yeah, like that. They're being bored. That's what they want. That's what they want.
No, don't eat me. No. Oh, being eaten is nice, actually.
It'd be like that, yeah. Donut thirst trap's gonna make me act up.
We've created a problem. We've created a problem on the stream today.
That was weird. Love me some daddy long legs. I feel like they would all talk like,
Oh, I'm trying to find the water spout. Eat me.
and there's also just the normal one that, there's just a singular one that goes like,
Yeah, I'm your daddy.
and it's just like really weird. Are we getting a spider club? Ow. You know, we could really make this really suck if we want. We could have really sad politics. So, like, the whole thing with this is that Pepton is my little town, right? And then Dead Post is a town made by the government to spy on me because they know I'm a commune that's trying to start a revolution. Because that's story stuff from Monster Play. That's story stuff from Monster Play. They know, like, the town of Pepton, there are people trying to start a revolution against the Cognatus Empire. So they make this town Dead Post, which is also just actually, like, a front to spy on the town of Pepton, and all that. I tried to eat me, I missed. Yeah, you know? So it would be really politically mean if they also started theming buildings in their own place, their capitalist buildings that they use to cause suffering in Pepton. What if they start calling, or not in Pepton, in Dead Post, what if they start calling them spidery things and basically started doing fucking spider, like cultural appropriation? That would suck. Anthem, hello, thank you for stopping by. Still rocking the voices I hear. Yeah, I like to do that. After looks amazing. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Is Pepper a heroic protagonist or a villainous protagonist? Not gonna lie, my OC is a villainous protagonist like Walter White, but starts off as a good person, getting more and more bad. No, I'm just me. I'm trying to start a revolution to get more communism around in Cognatus Empire. But I mean, some people would call me villainous because some people, like liberals, like IRL people, some people would call me villainous because I'm what they would call, quote-unquote, the radical left, so I guess that would be true also within this world. Story says, I like the revolution. Hell yeah. That says, hi, got your spider, said the evil businessman. Yeah.
Hey,
Right now, I'm not going to be able to focus. Not X. I'm not going to be able to focus. Communist pepper, OMG, Russian pepper is almost canon. Did you not know I've been a communist? I've been a communist since longer than you've been here, Slavic. Did you not know this? That says,
Hell yeah.
no focus, only spider donut. Human, I think you're obsessed. The random voice could be the spider donut voice. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. for 5 minutes.
Okay, so we have the setting is Monastery Lost at the Webhaven University outside of Pepton, or Webhaven University in Dead Post, a town next to Pepton, made by the government to spy on the Pebbles. Revolutionary actions. Bits and Bites Cafe on the town line between Pepton and Dead Post has talking spider donuts, very flirtatious. Pep's house, secret lab. Pep's house, secret lab. Underneath Webhaven. Dead Post. Yeah, okay, I did have that in it. Whoops. Okay, cafe names. We did that. It's Bits and Bites. Okay. So background is VTubing and streaming. Kinky. Oh. Dating, romance, mystery, slice of life, school. Background, but it's basically just like genres. Protagonist, self-insert who now lives in Pepton and goes to the college after being transported there from Earth. End goal, working towards goal with end of school year timeline. Getting back to Earth, question mark? Do they even want to go back in the first place? The end goal could be discovering they don't want to go back. Does going to school help them get home? Is it connected somehow? Resident Evil style lab underneath college that opened rift to Earth? Lab is used to spy on Pep. Pep's juice is used for rift opening. So Dead Post. Does Spidere appropriation and makes businesses named after Pepper just to annoy her and get more money. Okay. Dead Post. Yeah, alright. Plot. Normal Earthling goes to school, but once walking into school, it's very abnormal and not Earth-like. Walks back out of school and is on Monastery Lost somehow. Goes on to meet the Pebbles and is given a home by them. Starts going to school at Webhaven. What else? Starts going to school at Webhaven. Starts going to school at Webhaven, and then romantic and sexual interest between Protag and Pebbles grows. They decide to try and figure out how to get Protag back to Earth and how they got here in the first place. I'm gonna put this one down here, actually. Oh my gosh, it's medicine time. Hang on, it's medicine time.
Hey, loser.
Thank you for the sweets. I will take another sip right after that. Thank you. Okay, so, discover lab under Webhaven. That is what caused Protag to be transported. Protag gets to choose whether to go back to Earth or not. Okay. How long is the voice timer? 5 minutes. Oh,
It's done. Okay. Thank you. That was 5 minutes. Was it annoying? Sorry if it was. Okay, what did I miss in chat? Not gonna lie, I wouldn't want to go back to Earth if I didn't have to. That is fair. Nokoshi says the government could also be after you to harvest your spider silk for some resource reason. That could be true. Maybe it's used for part of the Blue Mist stuff from the Monster Play series. Laura Simp says, where are you writing this, by the way? Is it a Google Doc, a Word doc, or a Fromapad? I don't know what Fromapad is. It's a Google Doc. This is on Google. Scatterstone Human says, oh, I love that. There's a trope in Monster Fucker Fix, where a drider who makes clothing in some kind of item from their own silk is branded as a mating bond, like a ring, which would make it a hot commodity since it's so rare. We can do that, especially since it'd be like, yeah, Spidere, very rare. We could just have this be details. Details. Pebbles gives Protag her own woven silk as a mating bond gift. Human says drugs. Being able to keep this voice up this long is so impressive. Thank you. Thank you very much. I like to do voices. It's fun. You know, have you seen my cryptic like Sunday driving episodes? Because those ones I'm doing it for like a pure half hour sometimes. That's that voice is way tougher. Human, I bet you would like those videos. I don't know if you've seen them or know of them. I did a series, and I still do sometimes, a series called Sunday Driving, where it's cryptic doing like crime shenanigans. Laura Simp, it's not exclamation point lurk, it's exclamation point redeem lurk. Nokoichi says Pepper being one of the last spider people is trying to start a revolution to save other spider folk from silk harvesting government. That's a good idea, but it is less about saving specifically spider people and more so just saving people in general, particularly Monstra. Which are like people who aren't explicitly the average person, I guess. You're an amazing VA actor. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Human says, welcome back, and no, I just got worried about your vocal cords. No, I was doing fine. Human says, I didn't think you read it like that. Read what? What? Read what? Bracket, call me out. Okay. Wait, what'd I do? What'd I do? Was it about the monster fucker thing? You'll have a lot of points. You're great, don't worry about it. But what happened? What'd I do? I'm curious now. You have to tell me. You legally have to tell me, it's the law. Nakoshi says, damn, I'm broke. Oh, that's not too bad, Nakoshi. You have some sweets. I think it was a hot commodity. Oh. Did I read it weird?
A hot commodity. Oh.
Okay. I think we have a solid base here. I think this is all pretty good. Perhaps we can start doing some story bits. We kind of have... starts going to Webhaven, figure out how to get Protag back to Earth. Interest grow discover a lab under Webhaven that is what caused Protag to be transported. Protag gets to choose whether to go back to Earth or not. and they fuck in the lab. The way she said monster fuckers. It's fun. There's a trope in monster fuckers. Fucker. It's like how I like to say cock. I go like cock. I'm gonna jump on that cock. That monster cock. Pepper is the hottest commodity. Oh, you. Thank 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 you. Human says stop. What am I doing? Is it the cock? Is it the cock? Or is it the monster? Monster fucker. Monster fucker. And they fuck and live happily ever after. Hell yeah. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Okay. Something else I want to figure out is how the different dateable characters works. So it is a plurality thing, so we can add to the plot, we're gonna take notice. There could be a part here. There should be a plot point of like finding out that we're different people, but also the same person, probably. Because it's Surmay, Lux, and Vera. So the different datables would be let me see here. Okay, so you see me on the screen. This is Lux. Then there would also be Surmay, the more fragile one. And then there would be Vera, the more intense one. So there would be like, yeah, these would be the characters. Okay. So it'd be me, like me, you see here on the screen, nodding my head, and then it would be Vera, and then it would be Surmay. Those would be the three datables. I can take 80 of them back to back. No question. What does that mean? What does that mean, Death? Explain yourself. Explain yourself. Human wants donuts.
No, don't eat me. I'm just a little spider. No. No, don't eat me. No. Oh. Cack.
That came out of nowhere. I just wanted to do it. I just want to see what it would sound like if I did it in that voice.
Monster fucker. Cack. Monster fucker. Fucker. Cack. Cack.
Cack. Cack. Yeah. Like unlocking new world lore as you go around the city and meeting new datables. That's cool. I think there would be other characters around too. Like from my world, there just won't be dateable in this particular story. Choosing Vera every playthrough, not gonna lie. Hell yeah, you're gonna choose this one? That's cool because most people have been choosing this character when I talked about the how much the characters appeal to people. A lot of people have been choosing this one. Ewan says in a fight, right? Death saying, I can take 80 of them back to back, no questions. Human in a fight, right? In a fight, right? Or no. And then in a fight, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's how it would go. I can take 80 of them back to back. In a fight, right? In a fight, right? Human says, yes, that is exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. Yeah. Said what? I'm a simp for Dami mommies? Hell yeah. Good. Good, Nikoshi. Nikoshi, what are your pronouns again? Also, do you prefer boy, girl? Any of those things? Starry says there could be classes where you learn about the Lord. If you prove listened, then it impresses one of the pebbles. That's a good idea. Golf Spider could step on me. Hell yeah! You guys make me happy. Good. 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 Good.
Good. Good. Oh, good. Oh.
I realized I never ended the poll. The last poll. Yeah, but they then works as well. Okay, what about boy? What about the word boy? Does that apply to you? Basically, I was just gonna say, you said sorry about that my friend took my phone, but what you had said is not a swim for dummy mommies. I was gonna say, oh, good boy. Human says if she can pin me, she can do whatever she wants. Bow chicka wow wow. She would mug me. Aw. Heck yeah, do. Good boy. There it is. That's how that would go then. Oh, sorry, says I don't want to pick favorites, but I do love the Vera Punk art where she looks like she could destroy me. Yay, I'm glad. Here, let's put it up on the screen again. This stuff. You can see other characters poking up. Don't mind that. Yeah. Yeah, this Vera is gonna destroy. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so glad that you all like this stuff. So, yeah. There could be a plot. I'm all hers. Cool. You love the Vera Punk art where she looks like she could destroy me. Hell yeah. Getting hot and bothered in here, and it's not because of the weather. You know, it's been 100+ degrees today, but I'm actually not as warm as usual. Which is cool. Story says yes. Human says, Pepper, your child likes being stepped on. I'm sorry, but I think it's time to open in only webs. Already done. If only. I do want to make sexy art with my avatars, though. And I want someone else to make sexy art of my avatars. Someone make fan art. Someone make sexy fan art. Maybe I should commission it. Human says, I am a jester. Okay, we gotta get back to the stuff here. Okay, so we have this is the main plot here. We have a decent amount. I'm gonna shrink some of this text now. Make it smaller. Okay, that's pretty small, but like now we can see all of it all at once. Almost all at once. Okay. Okay, Honey Pep. All right. My artist training starts tomorrow. You gotta pick a fancy font for the brainstorm. I should. Nah. I could just do Comic Sans, but that would make me upset. That works. Pepper dating sim brainstorming. Can I make this italic still? I can. There you go. Pepper dating sim brainstorming. Boobs, thighs. What are you saying in chat right now? Just saying boobs and thighs? Personality? Biceps? Biceps are fucking awesome. Yeah. $500 will be leaving my bank account immediately. Says, I can draw stick figure art if that's okay. Genuinely, if you draw stick figure art of me, I still accept it. Spider Mommy put me in a headlock. I would do that. Like, literally, I like to wrestle Jodie and pin her down. Like, that's what I do. I am pretty dommy. I'm dommy muscles. That's kind of my thing. Like, I will wrestle Jodie down to the bed and then pin her down. And then keep her from being able to get up. Literally my thing. Human says, I'm gonna work out so I can have muscle mommy biceps. I'll get all the girls. Hell yeah, human, hell yeah. The bit in Bits and Bytes is actually just boobs and thighs with me in between. See, this is what we needed. We needed more horny in this space. This is the good shit. Okay. I'm gonna do some adjusting of some of the stuff here. I want to just like make a lot of the space, make this take up less space. Okay, so we have all this information now. I think we can start with making actual plot here. So let me... No, not this one. Okay. We have another page here. Larger plot bits. Brainstorming 2. Okay. Okay. Adjusting my chair. Okay. So, let's get this into more of a detailed piece for piece sort of thing. Remember, boys are great, but unfortunately no amount of boob windows will replace plot. Sad. This is, yo, where did my pants go? Nonik said feet. Oh shit! The feet have taken place. Nakoshi says, Nakoshi falls down a flight of stairs and the universe gets created. That is the beginning of... Oh, I see. That's how it works. It's time to get possessed by the writing spirits. Okay. So basically what I want to do here is take the plot and just thicken it. So going to school and ends up it's not Earth-like, walks back out of school, is on Master Lost somehow. So let's do this. Okay. Up here we're gonna do title. And it's gonna be Brainstorming Thickens. Brainstorming Thickens. Okay. So this is the thing that starts it, so let's make this larger. So normal Earthling goes to school, but once walking to school it's very abnormal and not Earth-like. Walks back out of school and is on Master Lost somehow. So first off, we want a reason that this character might not want to go back to Earth. Because a lot of things, like reason... There would be normally a lot of reason a character would want to go back to Earth, you know? So, let's, I want to switch back to my other avatar also, actually. Snax, which avatar should I do? Maybe I'll do sexy. Maybe I'll just keep it as Lux, but do it the sexier. Free strip. Oh, yeah, there you go. Free strip, and then someone pays me for it anyways. Thanks, Snax. I didn't even have to do much there. Okay, here we go. Oh, there is no free show. Was the Spider Mommy not enough to stay? What do you mean? Double university. That's what you said, human, right? It's a university? Yeah. It is. It was like a college. Human says, hey! You were there avoiding something on Earth, like an obligation or a person? You know what it could be? Is we could go back to the themes of capitalism and make it so, like, it's just, like, doesn't want to go back to capitalism, but also the other place also has capitalism, you know? So, experiences many of the awfuls of capitalism and bigotry. I don't know how our self-insert is going to be, like, bigoted at, but I think the self insert is gonna be bigoted at. Like maybe for a sexuality or something like that. Like a sexuality, like even just bisexuality or something. I think there will be some sort of bigotry towards the protagonist for this sort of thing. Experiences many of the awfuls of capitalism and bigotry, thus giving a reason the the player may choose to whether or not to return not to return to Earth. Okay. So that's part one. Once walking to school. Goes to... Gets big opportunity in going to a huge college and is excited for the first time in a while. Let's change the size of this text so you all can see a little bit more again. Big opportunity in going to a huge college. Is this size large enough? This size looks like it's probably good enough. Should I make this underlined as well? No, that's still weird. We'll make this text just a little bit smaller. How about that? There you go. Or we could make this font different. Lobster. We could do Comic Sans. Ugh. Ugh, I'm so real for that. Yeah, that separates it enough. Okay. I think student debt would be funny just because it relates to the university theme. That makes sense. Yeah, so, well, first, gets big opportunity in going to a huge college and excited for the first time in a while. So maybe, like... Also, student debts are killing them. You know what? If we really want to go... How hard do we want to go on the isekai route? Because I was thinking this is... So my thought was that this is literally, like, the first day of school for this person. And then when they go in, it just happens to look like... It is when they're transported. But what if they actually go through all of college and we're really disappointed by it, and then also the student debts come and the person's really upset, and they realize, like, oh, I forgot to go pick something up. Like, I forgot to go pick up my backpack or leftover clothes or whatever from my dorm. I don't know. And goes to the school one last time, walks in, and then it's different. Who's edible? Stoa is edible? Hey, Henry Badger, I'm making sex scenes. Kind of. Hi, Henry Badger, how you doing? I'm making a sexy visual novel that also has themes on the horrors of capitalism. Henry Badger says, sex? I know for a fact Henry Badger is also probably going like, awooga. They flunked out? Maybe. Tears off shirt like a werewolf. Henry Badger, you're great. Stoy says I am very edible. Stoy, are you one of the people that said you're into vor? Death just says, sex! Exclamation point. How much do I gotta pay you to add a chubby woman to this theoretical game? Nothing. Nothing. I can just do that. I ain't vor, but you knew that. I did know that. So let me make another poll. Level of isekai. For first day of college, or like, let's say, early in college career, after college career? When does protag transport? Okay, when does protag transport? Early in college career or after college career? Okay, so like the thought process is early in college career could be like the themes or the story is just kind of like the protagonist starts going to college and actually starts to have hope again and everything. And is like, okay, maybe life is kind of good. I'm going to college. I'm starting to make friends. And then the transport happens and all that is thrown off again. And that could like that could add a driving force to the protagonist. Or it could be the protagonist is like, oh, I have hope again. I'm going to college and like, I am hopeful for it because maybe this will finally be another good step for me. And then college finishes after like 4 or so years, and was like, okay, that kind of sucked more than I thought it would. And now I'm surrounded by college debt, and then gets transported. And it's like, okay, maybe I can try again. So 2 driving forces are like, okay, maybe I can try again. Or the driving force is, oh, everything that was finally starting to get good for me is now thrown off. Those are 2 driving forces. Honey Badgers, can you put your honkers away? They are distracting me from your tummy. No. I mean, you can redeem it if you want, actually. You can make me put my boobus away. It's redeem strip again, and then I'll just unstrip. Honey Badger says, I ain't Devora, but I'm into fat ladies for real, violently erupts into flame. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What else is in chat? Hypno is damn useful, though. Sometimes it helps to get my brain to turn off so I can actually sleep. I get you. I'm apparently really good at it, at hypnotizing, and I think I got that from my ASMR days. Story says, imagine just finishing college and then walking back in and realizing they gotta do it all over again. I like that because it's like there are positives and negatives to that. Yeah. Story says, I mean, I would still pick not Earth in a heartbeat, but I like the instinct being challenged. Human says, after might help in this maturity aspect of the main character as well, because when you're entering college, you're much more naive, and after you have a solid grip of who you are, but more hopeless. That's true. You have to pay back your debt if you're on another planet for real. That's true as well. You have a very soothing voice. Thank you. I am so glad you think so. Even when I do scary, raspy, cryptic voice.
Even when I talk like this.
Like that? I don't know if that was deep enough, but it's somewhat the cryptic voice. There needs to be a hypno stream sometime for real. I should do that. Snacks, you're doing a lot of for real today. I should do that. Yeah. I need to do more ASMR streams. Even the spider donut voice. Really?
Oh no, don't eat me. Oh no. Oh.
Like that? Human says, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. You missed the cryptic voice, huh, human? Huh. I'm calling you out. Okay. So it looks like we're going with after college career. Okay. Okay, so let's end that poll. Okay. Protag is struggles through childhood and finally reaches college, where they are actually excited for a change at a new beginning. Go to college, but experience bigotry and horrific student debt and cost of living. So next question, did the character drop out or did the character finish. I might even veto that. I'm just gonna say the character drops out because that's what I did in college. So it'll be more relatable for me to be able to write. Protag drops out due to struggles, but remembers they left some of their stuff at school and goes to retrieve it. Due to struggles, parents, I don't want to say mom specifically. Mom is disappointed in them and constantly lectures. Protag remembers they left some of their stuff at school and goes to retrieve it. They walk in and find their stuff, go to walk out, and the second they step outside, it's the courtyard of a completely different place, ending up being Webhaven University on Spidere lost. Thousands of years in the future and thousands of light years away. Okay. So, see, this is all this stuff kind of expanded into all of this stuff. I think that's pretty good. Got that protag trauma. Delish. Protag got mommy issues? Hell yeah. Helps with the attachment. I dropped out twice like a boss for real. Oh, yeah. I dropped out once and then just never went again. College is a scam run? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Isn't it? Human says, I forgot how much I like the cryptic voice. I'm so sorry it took me by the hair. By the hair? Cryptic pulls hair. Cryptic hair pulling kink. Stretching. Stretching. Human says, :33333. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I should do more cryptic ASMR. I really should. Okay. So, this is, like, what do I do this? 1. No. Wait, yeah? Wait. There you go. Yeah, like 1. That's story bit 1. Story bit 2 is... goes on to meet Pebbles and is given a home... Well, first of all, we gotta do, I gotta do a bit in between here. Tries to search around and figure out where they are. And finds it is the beginning of a school day. Decides to blend in and figure stuff out. Okay. Okay, I have ideas. So this is size 18, okay. 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 Jurassic round. Protag. We should give the protagonist a name. I just realized we should give the protagonist kind of like an androgynous name. Any ideas, Snacks, for an androgynous name for the protagonist? I could also search up like androgynous name generator. I don't want it to be common. I have more ideas here, actually. Hang on. Game asks player to choose between only boy or girl. Haha. See, this is going to be interesting here. Game asks player to choose between only boy or girl. Once chosen, once chosen, the names. What are, okay, hang on. Most common boy name 2025. Olivia and Noah. Those are the most common boy and girl name of 2025. Okay. But I'm gonna change that, actually. Once chosen, the names James and I want a very bland sounding girl name for this. What's a very bland sounding girl name? Emily? Sarah? Secret dateable daddy character? That's funny. James, Sally. Sally is probably it. James and... Well, yeah, Sally. We can do Sally. James and Sally. Once chosen names given are either James or Sally. Okay. Here's where we're gonna get interesting with this. So, game asks player to choose between only boy and girl, and the person playing is probably gonna be like, well, that sucks. I only get to choose boy or girl, and that's it, and I don't even get to choose a name. Once we get to the new world, fucking protagonist, the fucking player, the protagonist decides to blend in at the school. Apparently, it's the first day for the freshmen. Protag asks someone where... asks a teacher where classes are, and teacher asks for name. Player is asked a second time to... Player is asked this time to choose pronouns and to write whatever pronouns, gender, and name they want. Ayo, makes things more interesting. Going from like the bland life, transport to new life, and the new life, it's like, oh, actually, wait though. I can choose whatever pronouns, gender, and name I want this time. I think that's good. It's like starts off with like, oh, these are the only options I have, and then it's like actually a fake out, and you go into the new world, and it's like, oh, actually, choose whatever fucking pronouns, gender, and name you want. That's really good. Thank you. I had a spark. I had a fucking spark right there. Fuck yeah. I gotta read more of the chat. Monox says hair pulling. ... Nah, I won't open that up today. And then Koshi says, open it up. It's always a gift. who is the evil head of the school going to be? Do we need another name for them? Yes, but not yet, I think. This is the player name is you. It is also easy in RenP to have the player insert a name. Cool. If we make him a DILF, we can make the dad of the Datables for drama. I don't want a dad of the Datables because then that would just be my actual parents. And that feels weird. Unless I'd have to make up fake parents for myself, and that also feels kind of weird for me, at least. I don't think that's weird as a thing in general, but I don't think I want that for myself, really. The coach is a secret dateable daddy character. See, I read that earlier without the context and thought you were talking about Cryptic still. Egg cracks, protag never wants to go back to Earth. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for there. Is like, here, you can actually choose gender stuff. I wonder how you program that? No idea, but that's kind of besides the point right now. Right now, it's just figuring out the story stuff. So tries to search around and figure out where they are and finds that it's the beginning of a school day. The school of a school year. Decides to blend in and figure stuff out. Parents decides to blend in at school. Apparently it's the first day for the freshmen. For the freshmen here. Protagonist asks the teacher where classes are, and teacher asks for name. Players presented an option to this time be able to write whatever pronoun, gender, and name they want. Hell yeah. Once done, they are directed to a class and given a schedule. First couple classes go okay, but then they realize it is starting to feel like before. They need to actually make progress this time and figure out how to go home or how to make friends. I have an idea here too. Player is presented with options to choose whether to go home, to figure, okay, to snoop around on to work towards figuring out a way home or to try and make new friends. Players present with an option to choose whether to work towards figuring out a way home or to try and make new friends. No matter what is chosen, the protag chooses to figure out a way home. Yeah, okay, so no matter what is chosen though, the protagonist chooses to figure out a way home. Despite players' input. Immediately after, the protag runs into one of the pebbles. Okay. So now you have part 3. Go out and meet the pebbles and is given a home by them. Let's go to school by Paven. So 3. Okay, 3 is 3 is I'm trying to think. Hang on a second. Is distracted by a pebble before returning to investigating. Once school day is over, they realize they have nowhere to go home to. Ends up at Pebble's place. Okay. Okay, here we go. You know, you can do Control-Shift-V to paste in the same font and size as the 3. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Thank you, Stowaway. Making a lot of friends with cocaine. Excuse me? Human, excuse me? The home is the friends you make in chemistry class along the way.
Homunculi.
I see. I see. Hides in Pebbles' walls is to not pay rent. There's no way the Pebbles would make you pay rent. So he says, I'm going to study how to code a VN after the stream, so next stream I can be all professional and help with code. Okay, if you want to. I'm probably going to look into Ren'Py, whatever that thing was. Alright, so let's elaborate on this. First of all, which one are we meeting? Which Pebble are we meeting? These are your 3 Pebble options. There's me, there's Vera, and then there's Surmay. Which Pebble are you meeting? If we're trying to be more accurate as to school life, realistically, I would probably be either Vera or Surmay at school. If it was more modern day, I'd definitely be more likely to be Vera. If it was actually me when I was in, like, high school and college, it would be more likely to be Surmay, because I was nervous and shy. Stream girl could be your roommate. Hey, yeah, that's true. But let's do a vote, though. Which Pebble is met first? Vera, Lux, Surmay. I was gonna, like, Nikoji says, imagine if there were actions the protag could do to make one of them show up first. I was kind of thinking that, actually. Like, what if, instead it's actually, like, remember that option that we thought didn't do anything? The option of, like, oh, do you choose to investigate or do you choose to make friends? Actually affects this. Even though the character says, no, I'm not going to do either of those, what it actually does is it makes you, become one of these characters. So, like, and I could add a third option. So it was originally, like, okay, yeah, let's go back to the page. Players run the option to choose whether to work towards figuring out a new way home, to try and make new friends, or to just hide away, or to just pay attention to class. Yeah. And referring to the... So I'm going to end the poll. Sorry, Snacks. Ends up we're not using it. Referring to the previous player presented question, one of the 3 pebbles shows themselves. If figuring out a way home was chosen, Vera shows up. If making friends was chosen, Lux shows up. If paying attention to class was chosen, Surmay shows up. I can hear you all just trying to remember this so you know which one to choose when the game actually comes out. So you get the character you want. Yeah, Soy says that'd be a good idea. I vote it's dynamic. I like this. Thank you for the idea, Nikoshi. Human says stream girl could be your roommate. Yeah, I think, well, the thing is we are gonna, like, Pepton exists, so it's like the Pebbles still live in their house in Pepton. I'll pick all three at once. That's not gonna be possible. Pay attention to class was chosen, Surmay shows up. Yeah, okay. Okay, we got some stuff going on here, huh? I wouldn't want to go home if I chose Vera. Vera is my home.
What does that mean? What do you mean by that?
Well, if I just click very quickly on all three options, like, like that. Like, Okay, so let's see here. If Vera shows up. If Vera shows up, Protag gets a bit bullied and side-eyed by Vera. If Lux shows up, an actual conversation takes place where the protag gets to know a bit about Lux, but is still left wondering. If Surmay shows up, Protag tries to talk to her, but she is super shy and awkward and doesn't get far before running away. Before basically running away. Okay. Maybe this should also be like... Nah. Okay. Wait. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Alright, the next part would be... Bully, do you say? Yes, please, says Stoe. Yeah, that's what Vera's kind of does. Before she just walks away without answering Protag's questions. Okay. About where they are. Okay. Yeah, okay. Also to add to this, like, figuring out a way home, Protag stops and asks Vera about where they are, or if she knows anything, and but they just get a bit bullied and side-eyed. They just get bullied a bit before she just walks away without answering any of the next questions. Okay. Okay, so if Vera shows up, the protagonist stops and asks Vera about where they are because that. Okay, so since the protagonist, so if the player chose, like, to figure out a way home, that causes Vera to show up and causes the protagonist to ask about a way home. So stops and asks Vera about where they are or if she knows anything, but they just get a bit bullied before she walks away without answering any protagonist questions. If Lux shows up, because Friends was chosen, and an actual conversation takes place where the protag asks and tries to get to know a bit about Lux. But it's still left wondering. An actual conversation takes place where the protagonist asks and tries to get to know a bit about Lux, but is still left. Which works. Which causes... Okay, I'm just gonna say... The protag asks Lux... stops Lux and tries to get know a bit about her. And tries to get to know a bit about her by being friendly. This starts an actual convo, but in the end, the protag is still left wondering. If somebody shows up, protag tries to talk to her, but she's super shy and awkward and doesn't get far before basically running away. Tries to talk to her about what the school is like. No, that's not. What would be a more fitting thing to talk about if you choose the answer, pay attention to class? How about, like, nothing is asked, and instead they just bump into each other? Protag bumps into Surmay and tries to apologize, but she's super shy and awkward and doesn't get far before basically running away. Okay, yeah, that's good. Vera ASMR when? I should. Vera can get in my box with the kitty? Okay. Lucky just says, Vera will keep me warm and safe. Not that they have a door I can open on them and go inside or anything. Maybe. Vera also is she, her pronouns, by the way. All three of me is all she, her pronouns. I don't use they. I'm using they in some of this because it's like referring to all three of me. You choose friends, always good to have slime. Always good to have slime. I'm surprised how many of you are actually talking about Vera. I feel like when I first started bringing Vera in as an avatar, people were kind of indifferent. Oh, but I'm really glad. So he says bumps into her and she drops her books, and then as a protag and somebody bend to pick them up and their hands touch. Something like that. Something like that. Well, okay, actually, I can lean into that a little bit. I want to ask Vera why they are. Do you know anything? But a bit. I'm just gonna keep it as like a bit bullied, and then this one instead is like for the convo. It's like starts an actual convo where protag is lightly teased. Yeah, Surmay shows up around the friend, tries to apologize, but he's around awkward and doesn't get far before he's running away. Surmay And I am going to include the thing you said, actually. Bumps into Surmay and makes her books fall. Protag goes to pick them up and their hands touch. Protag tries to apologize, but she's super awkward. But Surmay is super awkward and doesn't get fired before basically running away. And Protag doesn't get fired. Okay, so a little bit more on this. If Vera shows up, Protag stops and asks Vera about where they are or if she knows anything about what about this place. Rogue stops and asks Vera about where they are or if she knows anything about this place, but they just get a bit bullied. Okay. Okay, Protag stops and asks Vera about where they are or if she knows anything about this place, and Vera just replies by
Hey,
bullying.
loser.
And well, the hey loser thing happened, but the music didn't happen. That was weird. Did you notice that? See, yeah, 'cause that was weird. The music didn't happen, but the voice happened. That was strange. Hang on just a second. I'm gonna finish with this. Bullying and this place, and Vera just replies by bullying and ignoring the Protag. Okay, yeah. Alright, okay, I'll change to Vera. Thank you for the sweets, never always so tasty. Human says, hey girl, I love you, but I gotta go. I hope everyone has an awesome time. I'm gonna go do dishes. Okay, thank you so much for being here, Human. You're awesome. Love you too. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, I'm going to change my body to Vera, right? Or feel Vera. Okay. We have so many different Vera options. What was nighttime Vera? I don't remember what this Vera is. Yeah. This Vera is just extra lewd. We're not gonna do this one right now. Sport Vera, maybe? This is Vera shorts. What is this one? This is this. Okay. I'm going with this one. I have a bunch of different outfits. Okay, here we go. Blessed my eyes, mommy. Yes, what's up? Nokrochi says, Vera, awooga, humana, humana. Steam whistle noises, whimpers. How you doing, girl? The whimpers, even. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, anyways, more with this. So if Vera shows up, Protag stops and asks Vera about where they are or if she knows anything about this place, and Vera just replies by bullying and ignoring the Protag. That seems pretty accurate. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Okay, if Lux shows up, the Protag stops Lux and tries to get to know a bit about her by being friendly. This starts an actual convo where Protag is lightly teased, and the end Protag is still left wondering. If Surmay shows up, Protag bumps into Surmay and makes her books fall. Protag goes to pick them up and their hands touch. Protag tries to apologize, but Surmay is super shy and awkward, and Protag doesn't get fired before basically... Or, wait. Shy and awkward and... basically... runs away. Protag tries to apologize, but Surmay is super shy and awkward and basically runs away. Okay. Let's see. Protag. I have some ideas here. Protag goes to more classes. Is okay, yeah. Protect goes to more classes. So the next thing I want to have happen is the protagonist ends up watching some of the channel, some of the streams. But I don't know how to make that happen when the world doesn't have internet. Is there some way that people on Monastery Lost are able to watch this channel? Or is it purely maybe the protagonist still has their phone and is able to connect to the Earth internet somehow? The only problem with that is that's kind of what I'm leaning towards, is somehow they can still connect to the internet. But the problem then there is that, like, wouldn't they try to contact their family or friends? Maybe that just doesn't work for some reason. DVDs? Fucking DVDs? That's funny. Okay, I have an idea here. Details. Okay. How streaming works. So, ideas on how streaming works. The Pebbles stream to Pepperani channel. Pepperani YouTube channel on Earth, and the archives are somehow uploaded to screens for to be watched on Monastery Lost. That's an idea. And with that, maybe people think the references to some place called Earth is just an ARG of sorts. How about that? How about, there's like, because in this world there are such things as computers, it's just they're pretty rare. There's probably like maybe yeah. Okay, the cafe. The fucking cafe, right? It so the TVs and computers and screens like that are rare. What if the cafe, it was mentioned earlier, is like an internet cafe? What if it's a cafe for watching archived media? Like films and shows and stories and plays and stuff that have, like plays that have been filmed, things like that. I think that's good. I think that's good. I think that's good. Maybe the cafe is also transferred as well, like many years ago. I don't think so. I think I like it being always there. Knox says, oh yeah, so like it's a cafe that's been there. It's just specifically because in the world, the lore has been that computers and screens are pretty rare to come across, and they're also kind of like holographic, kind of, but only kind of. They're also like old style holographic. It's like they're pretty big. They're not like a screen connected to a PC. They're not just like a flat TV screen or like a floating hologram. It's like this big crate that has like a screen on top of it that has like a decaying green holographic screen that floats like a couple inches above it, but is still kind of behind glass, maybe. I don't know. Something like that. And so like this place has some of those, and people go there to do cafe stuff and also to watch things. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. These screens can be found in are often owned by the rich, businesses, or company, or the government. But the cafe is one of these places that brings people in for tea, coffee, the Bits and Bites. That was it, right? Bits and Bites? Bits and Bites Cafe, yeah. The Bits and Bites Cafe is one of these places that brings people in for tea, coffee, food, and people in for tea, coffee, and also its screens where footage of plays, news, and other things are shown, including the Pepper Archive. Okay. Okay, that's cool. I like it. Okay. Okay. Where classes and finishes the day without learning anything. Sees a bunch of classmates going to the cafe on the border between Dead Post and Pepton, where archives of Pepper Ranny streams are being played. Inside, the protag sees Lux playing some sort of game that they recognize. Whether the protag recognizes Lux or not depends on if they met her earlier. Oh my god.
Now penetrating Peppa's people pile. Prepare yourself.
Good noodles, Nonex. Thanks for being here. I'll see you laters. Yeah, Sardo's off. You have a good sleep. I hope VOD Nonex enjoys the rest of this. And I hope everyone else is enjoying this. I'm having fun doing this, actually. I wasn't sure if this would really work, but I'm glad it's happening. So whether the protag recognizes Lux or not depends on if they met her earlier. Whether the protag recognizes Lux or not depends on if they met her earlier. And by answering make friends. Try to make friends. Okay. Protag tries to ask others about the games, but they don't know. And talk about the series as if it's an ARG being made by... If it's just an ARG, yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I need to go to the bathroom. I will be back. You all keep hanging out, doing whatever. Go grab some snacks, whatever you want to do. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a bit. We're gonna go to intermission screen. Alright. See you in a few minutes. I'm gonna lay eggs. Sleepy. Sleepy. Honk shoe. Honk shoe. Honk shoe. Honk shoe. What? Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Hang on a second, Snacks. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Ah. Huh. There we go. That was silly. Okay. Hello. We're back. So we have experienced Jody's first attempt on my life. I say jokingly. So apparently Jody and I accidentally swapped sodas and I have just had an entire regular Coke, which is very dangerous for me. My blood sugar is really high. It's above 400. And that's why I'm feeling kind of weird. Whoops. How's everybody doing? Good morning. You even gave the number 1 count in your sleep. I have it? Oh, no, Jay Hill has it. Gotta say number 1 all at all times because you never know. Welcome back, Sleepyhead. Pepper sleep stream when? Oh, maybe someday. Welcome back, Cause. Oh, no, are you doing okay? I think so. I'm a little bit worried about it, so I might not do too much more of the stream, just because I should keep an eye on that, because that's not good. I should call this the brainstorm thickening. Brainstorm thickening. Yeah. Once this goes over, they realize they have nowhere to go. Wait, let me put on my music again. Once this day's over, they realize they have nowhere to go home to. Ends up at Pebble's place. Hmm. I think what will happen next here is somehow the protagonist will come into contact with one of the pebbles again, probably the same one. So I'm wondering how do they come, like they'll come across the same pebble they met earlier, and with that we'll end up going back. Or actually, I have some ideas here. Protag stays there trying to ask questions and watching the stream archives as Lux talks about a ton of different Earth things. After a while, Lux. No, after a while, the protag falls asleep in a booth. In a booth. In a booth. Fall asleep in a booth. A booth. Fall asleep in a booth. Okay. So the next part here, I think I have two ideas. I'm gonna put an ideas thing down here. So one is protag spends first night in the cafe, helped out and given a bed, helped out, given a bed for the night by the cafe owner. Or who could be Big Cheese? If any of you who watch my Monster Play series, you know who that is. Maybe. I forget the other name of the character. I can check my notes. Hang on, I'm gonna check my notes. Was it Cassius? Cassius. Yeah. Okay. Big Cheese. Could be Big Cheese slash Cassius. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Or, yeah, actually, I think that is what it's gonna be. Falls in a booth and is woken by the cafe owner named Cassius, who offers a bed for the night and refers them to someone who may be able to help. Okay. I'm thinking the next day, the protagonist the next day, here, I'll do it. I just protag skips school to go to place Cassius mentioned. But place is empty and they I'm thinking. So, like, protag skips school to go to the place Casey's mentioned. The place is empty. Or not, but the place has no one home. And the place is gonna be the Pebbles house in Pepton. But obviously the protagonist doesn't know this. So the protagonist gets there and nobody's home because the Pebbles are at school, of course. The question here, though, is does for me, it would be funny if it was just funny. It was a big block of cheese. Yeah, that is funny. Kaz says, I'm getting ready and had to go to the store for my party, so I missed a chunk of the stream. I will listen back later. Okay. Kaz says, I know. You know who Cassius is? Hell yeah. Okay, sorry. My brain's kind of a little bit out of it because of the blood sugar thing. So Cassius is a friend of Pebbles in the world of Monastery Lost. and refers the protagonist to go to the Pebbles home. The protagonist does not know that the Pebbles home is the home of the person that they met earlier, and also is the same person as the person they saw streaming, but goes there and there's no one home. So the next question is, do they go back to school, or do they just wait there all day? Does the protagonist go back to school, or do they wait there all day and come across something maybe? Hmm. Can the Pebbles have a pet rock? It's funny because Pebbles are a type of rock, and yeah, thanks for coming to my stand-up routine. That's hilarious. Thank you for that. You know, I have a Pebble that's quite fruity as well. Fruity Pebbles. Places no one home. Does the protagonist go back to school? It could also just be later that night. I don't know, I'm kind of stuck here. It's because right now we're on the part where it's like they have nowhere to go home to, ends up at Pebbles' place where they are given a home. So we have to go from here, protagonist skips school to go to place Casey has mentioned, but place has no one home, to the protagonist is offered to stay there by one of the Pebbles. So let me write two options. Protag then goes back to school, and at end of day, fucking there it is. I just have to start writing it and it comes into my mind. Goes back to school, and at the end of the day, decides to try the place again, only to find themselves following one of the Pebbles by accident. Yeah, okay. Yeah, following with the Pebbles by accident. Tomorrow's Saturday, right? It is, yeah. If it's Surmay, she gets scared and starts to run until she reaches reaches her home, which ends up being the place Cassius sent Protag to. If it's Lux, a friendly convo starts, and place case, being the place case is sent the Protag to. She gets scared and starts to run until she reaches her home, which ends up being the place case sent Protag to. Surmay runs inside and locks door, and Protag explains to her through door that they have nowhere to go. If it sucks, a friendly convo starts. If it's Lux, hang on. If it's Lux stops all Protag and claims they are stalking her and freaks Protag out until they realize it's a joke. Protag starts explaining situation of having nowhere to stay, and Lux offers them her home. They get to her home and Protag realizes it's the one Cassius referred them to. Okay? If it's Vera snaps at snaps at them coldly. Vera snaps at them coldly. If it's Vera snaps at them coldly. Well, I don't want to be completely cold about it. I don't want Vera to be like complete jerk. But Vera snaps at them coldly. Yeah, I'll say coldly. But Protag can see she is shaking a bit nervously in reality. So I haven't been able to add more. That's okay. I think we're getting close to the end of the stream anyways, and things are kind of slowing down, so I'm just finishing this part, and then I'm probably going to end it. I think we've made some amazing progress with all the notes we made, and then the, like, expansion of those notes. I think we're doing great. I might add more of this off-stream, too, of course, and then, like, we'll catch up next time if we do another one of these. This has them coldly, but Protag can see she is shaking a bit nervously in reality. Vera tells them to back off, but Protag explains situation, and she reluctantly tells them to follow her. They reach the house Cassius referred them to, and Vera tells them to come inside of her, with her. Referred them to, and Vera tells them to come inside with her. Where maybe Vera doesn't even actually let Cassius stay the night to talk, but doesn't yet offer her home to them. Okay, yeah. Vera snaps at Nicole, but Protag can see she is shaking a bit nervously in reality. Vera tells them to back off, but Protag explains the situation, and she reluctantly tells them to follow her. They reach the house Cassius referred them to, and Vera tells them to come inside with her to talk, but doesn't yet offer her home to them. If it's Lux stops Protag and claims they are stalking her and freaks Protag out until they realize it's a joke. Protag starts explaining the situation of having nowhere to go, or nowhere to stay, and Lux offers them her home. They get to her home, and Protag realizes it's the place Cassius referred them to. If it's Surmay, she gets scared and starts to run until she reaches her home, which ends up being the place Cassius sent Protag to. Surmay runs inside and locks door, and Protag explains to her through door that they have nowhere to go. Okay. I think that's good. Nakoshi says, I'm going to use my brain powers to visualize this novel in my mind so I can play it before release. I'm a beta tester. A beta brain tester. Yeah, nice. I'm also visualizing it in my head. Okay, I think I am going to end it here, though, so I can go take care of blood sugar stuff. the whole thing kind of like sent me off a little bit. But I do think this is really good progress, and I had a lot of fun with this today. I didn't know we were going to be doing this today. I'm so glad we did. I was very unsure about if this would even be a thing that works, but it kind of is, and I'm having a good time. I'm excited to do more of it. I should start making like backgrounds and poses for avatars and all that good stuff. Should there be a school uniform? Maybe. That could be kind of fun. Another way, I want to figure out ways to implement mask and horny. Great stream, thank you! Thank you, thank you, thank you! Take care, I'm so hyped for this. Hell yeah, hell yeah! No Cookie says, take care of yourself, my friend, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you, I really appreciate it. And you too. Y'all, wonderful people, I love you so much. If you'd like to support the channel, please consider becoming a member. If you do, get special benefits like emotes, badges, shoutouts, and the ability to join me in a stream. Thank you to my Tier 1 Grubs, Shiny Warrior Wolf, Tier 2 Treats, Stowaway, and Pie the Queen of Orange. My Tier 3 Full Tummies, Loopy Star, and Nonix. Thank you so much for the support. I love you so much. You can also donate through Super Chats or Streamlabs. If you do, it'll go towards me eating the world's hottest chocolate, which I did find. It was left outside in the sun, so it's probably a melted mess, but it still exists. So it is around. We don't have to get a new one. Otherwise, Blue Sky and Discord server in the description below. And we'll see you in the next one. I'm not streaming tomorrow, but Jody is probably streaming on Sunday, so you can look forward to that. We'll get more Death Stranding coming back, which will be nice. And we'll see you all later. Thank you so much for partaking in this. And this is help. This exists because of all of your help too. A lot of this came about because of your help in helping me brainstorm. Genuinely, even if you didn't make any suggestions, this is the sort of thing where I have a lot more trouble doing it unless I have people just like with me, and this counts. So all of you help me. Thank you so much. I love boo, booby. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, bye bye. No stream tomorrow, and that's also just because I have plans. Normally we are gonna get back to streaming on Saturdays, by the way. Okay. Goodbye, bye. Mwah. Good snacks. There you go. You get a free good snacks from me.